Is the identity you have created for yourself serving you still? Sometimes in life, you're sliding by one day to the next, and it all seems manageable. Until one day, you wake up and you think, I just can't do this anymore. When did I start living my life for others and not myself? How did we get here? Sometimes you become bitter without even realizing it. The funny thing about sleeping is we don't even know when we're doing it. Do you ever feel like that?
It is a transition to a new beginning, to a new beginning. I love the way it goes in a fractal dimension in time.
I think in the movies, that's what they refer to as the breaking point. For me, it all started when I woke up this morning.
I feel like what's really holding me back at school is this feeling like I have to do something for this class, or I have to do something, I have to make like a certain type of art that is like super contemporary, or you know, like I just want to wake up, go to my studio and paint something, and for it not always to have to be like prolific. I just want to be able to wake up and just like paint for the fun of it sometimes. And I think that's a problem when you do something creative that also like you went to school for, or that you want to be like your full-time job, is that there's a part of you that you want like everything that you make to be like really epic, you know? But I also just want to be able to enjoy the act of painting, or just like making something, and not have this idea like it's for something afterwards, you know? Like I think like the problem as well, especially with like social media, is there's this pressure to share like right away what we make, and so we never have time to really sit with it. It's like, oh, I made this thing, I have to share it. So yeah, this week I'm going to go to my studio and I'm gonna just paint with no agenda. I'm gonna try new styles, I'm gonna try different things, and it's not going to be for something, and who knows, maybe I'll end up loving what I make. But I think that we need that as creatives, to give ourselves permission to just do things without any expectation for the final product, you know? That's why we start doing things in the first place. That's why we start loving something, is we did it without any pressure on ourselves. But then one day where you're like, well, actually, I want to do this seriously. And after we say that, then it starts to become stressful. It's like with anything. It's like, even if you make like videos on YouTube, it's like at first you always start with the idea that it's just like for fun, I'm just making this for fun, and then when you realize people are actually like watching. So yeah, I want this week to just be painting for me. Painting for me. What are you gonna do this week for you? What are you gonna do? Life is short, man. You know, and I was so stressed about my stupid fucking diploma, and like trying to think of like these epic performances I could do, and like making it like, and like really stressing myself out about it, when in reality I don't want to do things to impress people. Like I don't want to make something just to like impress some dinosaur teachers. They're not all dinosaurs, but some of them are. Some of them are. I just woke up. I'm gonna head over to my art studio. I just want to love painting again. I want to wake up excited and just feel free, you know?
always really knew I just wanna be with you, but I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? I thought the world of you. I thought nothing could go wrong, but I was wrong. I was wrong. Mess me around and the worst of all. If you could get by, trying not to lie.
C'est pas très joli mon café quoi.
Be so confused, and I wouldn't feel so used, but you always really knew I just wanna be with you, but I'm in so deep. You know I'm such a fool for you. You got me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? You know I'm such a fool for you.
Good morning, you guys. I'm feeling so good today. I got to my studio early and I did a little bit of yoga in the grass, and I think it's like when you're working on something that you really like the direction that it's going in and you left off on like a good spot the day before, like you cannot wait to just get to the studio to work on it. So yeah, I'm going to be continuing my painting this morning, and I also think I'm feeling good these days, like extra good, because I started listening to these affirmations before bed, and I think I'm gonna play some for you while I'm painting so you can hear. They're just so warming. I think it's really important what you listen to before you go to bed, because whatever thoughts you have before you go to bed, you're gonna be marinating in that for the next like 8 hours while you're sleeping. So yeah, I'm gonna share that with you guys. So I decided yesterday that I'm gonna draw a sleeping horse in the bed, and I'm going to just like work out the rest of like the composition and stuff. Du coup, on va continuer à peindre aujourd'hui. J'aime aussi prendre mon temps et je suis pas pressée. Honnêtement, pour moi, la peinture, c'est vraiment comme un plaisir, donc voilà.
I know that I am pure spirit, that I always have been, and that I always will be. There is inside me a place of confidence and quietness and security where all things are known and understood. This is the universal mind, God, of which I am a part, and which responds to me as I ask of it. This universal mind knows the answer to all of my problems, and even now, the answers are speeding their way to me. I needn't struggle for them. I needn't worry or strive for them. When the time comes, the answers will be there. I give my problems to the great mind of God. I let go of them, confident that the correct answers will return to me when they are needed. Through the great law of attraction, everything in life that I need for my work and fulfillment will come to me. It is not necessary that I strain about this, only believe. For in the strength of my belief, my faith will make it so. I see the hand of divine intelligence all about me, in the flower, the tree, the brook, the meadow. I know that the intelligence that created all these things is in me and around me, and that I can call upon it for my slightest need. I know that my body is a manifestation of pure spirit, and that spirit is perfect. Therefore, my body is perfect also. I enjoy life, for each day brings a constant demonstration of the power and wonder of the universe and myself. I am confident, I am serene, I am sure. No matter what obstacle or undesirable circumstance crosses my path, I refuse to accept it, for it is nothing but illusion. There can be no obstacle or undesirable circumstance to the mind of God, which is in me, around me, and serves me now. This is the great lesson. Know this within you. When Herman Melville was writing Moby Dick, he wasn't writing about a man looking for a whale. He was writing about a man trying to find his higher self. He said these words, "For as this appalling ocean surrounds the verdant land, so in the soul of man lies one insular Tahiti, full of peace and joy, but encompassed by all of the horrors of the half-lived life. In every moment of your life, you have this choice. You can either be a host to God or a hostage to your ego."
So, down here I've done some underpainting for the ground, and I've started working on the bed a little bit. But the thing is that I really do like sometimes when there's a lot of white space. Like, I feel like sometimes like that kind of unfinished look of a painting is really, it just lets it breathe, and I really like that. So this is kind of the hardest part for me, just because, you know, we have a tendency to want to like fill up the space, but there is like a part of me that during this part just kind of wants to leave it for a little while. It does look unfinished, but at the same time, like, I think you can overdo it like really easily, you know? I feel like also what's nice when you have like these kind of gests that are like very active, and it just gives a certain energy to it too, you know? I guess this is why they say like it's good to work on many paintings at the same time, so that like you let one sit and then you work on another. So maybe tomorrow I'll start on the other a little bit, and then I'll just keep going back and forth, and yeah. Good morning, you guys. So I just got to my studio and we're gonna be doing something a little bit different today. Still like in the painting world, but it's gonna be a different type of project. It was so funny this morning. I had like a really funny start to the morning. So I was walking to my studio, and whenever I walk, I always have like le tête de la nuage, comme on dit en français. So like I'm thinking of like a lot of different things. I just like to daydream and just like I'm in my own world, you know? And all of a sudden, someone comes up behind me and they say, Shayna! And they like tap me on the shoulder, and I was so taken off guard that I screamed, ah! Like a crazy person. And it was a subscriber just coming up to me to say hi, which was so freaking sweet. And she was like surprised and I was surprised, and then we just both cracked up laughing because I was like so in my own world that I don't know what I thought it was. This happens to me often, like when people come up to me say hi, I'm just always in my own world. But then we ended up talking for a little while and she was so sweet. It honestly made my day. So Alexandra, if you're watching this, hi. And it's so cool whenever I get to meet you guys like face to face, just because like obviously we have a connection online and stuff, but seeing you guys in person and getting to talk to you, it always makes my day. So yeah, I'm gonna be working on a painting sculpture today. Like I said, I like to work on like a bunch of different projects at once. And actually I got an email last night that the date for the signing of my divorce papers is the 26th of May. So it's been like 6 months since my separation, and I've been working on like a bunch of different projects that have to do with like going through that process. And I actually have in the corner of my room, like in a little cup, my wedding rings, and I wanted to do something with the rings, but I wasn't sure what. And I had this old pan from when we lived together, like just a few things that I've taken, and I was using it as a paint palette. And then I decided I want to do like some sort of sculpture with it. And I thought that it would be cool actually to put the rings into the pan and then cover the pan with resin, so it's sort of like a sculpture painting piece. And the painting's very colorful, and it just reminds me of the beauty of the time that me and Alex spent together. And like I said, like I didn't know what I wanted to do with my wedding rings, and I didn't want to sell them. And basically what I'm doing is I'm putting the rings in the pan and I am covering it with resin. And what the resin is going to do is it's going to harden the top, so there's like an inch or so that's empty, and then the resin's going to fill it up and the rings are going to be at the bottom. So like I said, it's a way of honoring, you know, the past, like especially as all of like the documents and everything like that are going to be finalized. It's kind of the end of that chapter. It's a way for me to make something beautiful out of this and to remember, you know, that time in my life, and also get some closure and move forward. So I thought that we could do that together today. I think you guys will understand better when I show you, but basically we're almost making the rings into sort of like an artifact or a fossil in an artwork, you know? So I think that's kind of the best things that I could do with them. I don't want to just stick them in a drawer for years and years, or lose them possibly, or sell them. I just want to honor that chapter of my life, like I said. So like, you know, I've said many times before, but I don't see my divorce like a failure. I love how like my voice gets all hushed when I say the word divorce. I'm like, divorce. I don't see it as a failure as society does. I see those 6 years that we spent together as a victory, because those were beautiful memories and things like that. So yeah, and this will be a really great way of, like I said, honoring that. So let's do it.
And without balance, there is no peace nor happiness. Our time is a fiction. You will never have to force anything that's truly meant to be. It's literally so hot. Like when I put my hand here, I can feel the heat coming off of it. Wow. Colors are so pretty though. Okay, so now I'm just waiting for the resin to dry. I really hope that it dries evenly on the pan. I'm just reflecting a little bit more while the resin is drying about like this action that I'm doing right now. And it makes me really happy that I can do that for myself and I can create something beautiful out of the situation. And it's so true that we get to decide what an experience means to us. We get to decide how it marks our life, how we want it to transform us or not transform us. You know, I think it's so easy sometimes to fall into like what society says something should signify, but we can choose how we're gonna let it affect us and how we're going to move forward with these different life experiences. So I'm really proud of that. I want my heart to stay as light and as unjaded as humanly possible. I just want it to be floating and feel free, you know? We're free. So, some things that I've noticed is the resin has changed the color of the painting a little bit. It's made it warmer, which is, I guess, to be expected. And it's only been like around maybe 30 minutes and I can already touch it and it's like dry kind of. I mean, probably not all the way, but yeah, and you can see like in little areas over here, there's like some different textures that it's made. What's really cool when you work with different chemicals and stuff is it does like its own sort of thing as well and has its own sort of reaction, and there's like this element of surprise. It's almost like when you're developing film, how there's that element of surprise. Like you can mix everything perfectly, but sometimes, you know, there are those like really interesting things. The most important part for me was that like there were no bubbles like around the ring and it just looks like it's sort of like underwater, you know? So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it so far and we'll see if it dries all the way. I just got home, so I just spent the rest of the day painting, and I got home and I just was like feeling like today was such a good day. You know when you have days and they're so good, you're like, it's so wonderful that you like have so much joy, but you want every day to be like that, and you don't, you know, it's like, that's what I feel like. Maybe it's because the sun's out, or maybe it's just because, you know, I had this big feeling of closure, or I left my paintings on like a really good note, and I just feel like so much joy in doing what I want to do, and I want every day to be like that, you know, and why can't it be, right? And I want that for you guys as well. Like, you know, if you're feeling stuck in some way, like I started this vlog feeling kind of stuck because of school, because of things that I felt like I had to. My camera died, but basically what I was saying is if you're feeling stuck, just always remember that this is your life, you know, and you don't have to do things if you don't want to do them. You don't have to accept a narrative about yourself that you don't want to. If, you know, you wake up every day and you're not happy doing what you're doing, or, you know, you feel like you want to change things up, do it, you know, because it's so easy to just become complacent. But in reality, like, we get to create every day like how we want to, you know. I think we need to ask ourselves more often, you know, like, is how I have defined myself working for me? Is how we have defined ourselves working for us, you know? So I think it's important sometimes to just sit down with ourselves and to evaluate and be like, hey, like, this is the direction that my life is going in. Do I feel happy with that? Can I let go of some things? Can I let go of some pressure that I'm putting on myself? And what truly brings me joy, you know? And this is the direction that I want to go in. Just pure creativity and just pure freaking love, man. Okay, I'm gonna make some dinner. I don't know if I'm gonna vlog again tomorrow or not. If I don't, I'm just gonna say bye now. Thank you guys so much for watching and being a part of this little week of painting. If you guys enjoyed these, let me know, and I'll make more videos like this. I love hearing from you guys. And if you made it to the end, leave me a comment that says, "Our destiny is magic." Even if it sounds cheesy, I really do believe we speak into existence the things that we want. So our destiny is magic. I love you guys so freaking much. Thank you for being a part of this journey with me. Have a beautiful day. Bye.